What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I'll put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. But this video is entitled Colleges, Technology, and Competition. There are a lot of online colleges. They've been that way for some years now. And because of technology, you can get an education virtually from your own home. So, and a lot of people are going back to school while they're in a full-time job to get a higher education and maybe get a better job or career, or to get a bump up in their career. But also this is for younger students, you know, college, high school graduates. I think it's going to get to a point because of technology that colleges are going to have to compete. Because for the most part, the college campus lifestyle, you want the kids to grow up and be adults and be on their college stuff and be on their own. But with this change in time, it's going to make college campuses work with a skeleton crew, because a lot of campuses are too expensive as far as housing and food is concerned. You can get an apartment or get some roommates and rent them. That's why most colleges have the on-campus, you know, facilities, but a lot of kids go off campus because it's cheaper. You could actually be in an apartment for a year with paying rent with a roommate or multiple roommates, paying for your own food, you know, lights, etc., and still come out cheaper than being on campus. This is one problem. The second is this: in-state fees versus out-of-state fees. Because there's going to come a point where that might wind up being obsolete, because there's so many online classes and courses. You virtually could be accepted to anywhere, just in my opinion, in the future. And you can go to school and get a degree from anywhere that accepts you, that you actually do the material. Plus, you see this face-to-face, FaceTime thing? They're gonna be virtual classrooms that, you know, just like they had these hangouts with multiple people, you know, log on or listen to the professor's lecture. You're not gonna need these big spaces, like these big spaces as far as classroom is concerned. You know, even the teacher's assistants, they'll be there. They might wind up taking over some of the lectures. But as far as all this overhead on the size of campuses, might be dwindling down. Personally, I think people still have this old college model, not per se for the college experience, but also because students and alumni drive up revenue for the athletic program. Because if you got a school that has a decent athletic program, that's where a lot of the school makes its money. Ticket sales, apparel, you know, ticket sales and merch, and concessions and stuff like that. You know, that's what drives the revenue. You know, even though there are a lot of great minds that go at Pepperdine, Nobody's running. You don't have a nation who has a Pepperdine apparel. Great school, nice name to come up on your resume, but it is what it is. The other reason I say about the competition part is because schools are going to want the best minds. And usually the best minds bump up. Schools want to recruit the best. Period. Whether it's the best mind or the best bodies. That generate more interest in the school and builds on its academic or an athletic legacy, so it gives it a certain cachet. And you're gonna have these students who didn't want to leave their hometown, or wanted to, or can't afford to be on a partial scholarship or need a full scholarship. But you want that mind in your program and say, hey, we taught this person. They're pretty bright. The schools are going to start having to make concessions. You're going to have your online students and your on-campus students. Because with a lot of these specialized programs, a lot of people don't make it, is what I'm trying to say. Like when you go to college, there are a lot of people who drop out. A lot of people who get on academic probation. And a lot of people who just get accustomed to being, their first time being adults, young and free, and they screw it up and get thrown out of school. Okay? Plus, competing with these trade schools. And people are not seeing the value in degrees as much anymore, no matter what school it's from. Also, people understanding, a school may have a bigger name than others, but that's usually in a particular subject. Like, there are certain school programs, like the school might be looked at as a bad school, but their business school might be top notch. This school might be looked at as but their dentistry is top notch. This school may be medical program top notch. This school engineering program top notch. Lawyer program top notch. Or law school top notch. So, same thing with tech, mathematics, So, what's going to wind up happening is, just in my opinion, to compete with everybody, they're going to have to take on online comers. However they screen them. And plus, it's a revenue thing. You might be able to make more money taking on online people. And it'll be cheaper for the students, but you might still actually generate a profit, because now you don't necessarily have to keep the lights, have as these big of buildings. You might can downsize or use some of that land for research and development, and maybe use that to in some ways to benefit the college. But because of tech, if a person says, okay, I got accepted to Cal Berkeley, but I could go to, but I'm in Texas and I can go to Rice or Baylor or A&M or I want to say it's either Sam Houston or Stephen F. Austin have a great business school. Same thing with TSU, has a great business school. So in a great pharmacy school. So like, well, I'll stay in this state and still be at a top-notch institution in my field. They're going to have to woo you out of that. Well, you know, you can get it online and you won't have to pay an out-of-state fee. To keep, because people are going to make financial decisions. Because education isn't garnering the profits that it once did. So, in my opinion, you know, colleges and tech, you know, technology are going to breed competition. Education is I think it's hit a bubble. The bubble is about to burst in the next coming years, because nobody's going to be able to afford these high-priced educations into these fields and get nothing out of it on the back end, just in my opinion. So, like, share, subscribe. We out. Peace.